Hi, I'm back with another step-by-step video tutorial, which is for this beautiful wallet. It has 7 card slots and a cash compartment that is expandable and can hold a lot of bills. Link to this and my other patterns can be found in the description box. This time I decided to make voiceover on my video. That way I'll be able to provide much more information to help you make this wallet. Hope you're gonna like it. Let's start. All of my patterns have test page, which has basic printing recommendations and 2 squares to ensure that your settings are correct. Once you got your pattern printed, it's time to cut out the details. Make sure to leave extra space around all of the pieces. I usually leave around 3 to 5 millimeters, and that is more than enough. Now connect these 2 pieces together using transparent adhesive tape. I'm gonna use brown chrome tanned leather for the inner pieces and chocolate crazy horse leather with beautiful decorative surface. It also has some nice pull-up effect. Following pattern recommendations, inner pieces are under 1.5 mm and outer part is around 1.8 mm. Once all of the leather pieces are cut out, it's time to glue them onto the cutting board. For this, I'm gonna use one of the pieces of my previous cutting board and the transparent tape. You can use 5 mm prongs or a single hole punch, as I do. Once you punch all the holes on the cash compartment, make sure to also cut the dashed line. Take your time and precisely cut out all the pieces. If you decide not to punch the hole in the center of the part C1, you'll be able to hide the snap button cap underneath. Now it's time to take care of the edges and the sharp corners. For this I'm going to use a coin. You can use any coin you like. In my case that's a Georgian 20 Tetri. If you don't like the corners on the inner pocket, You can round them with the help of any plastic card. Sand the pieces slightly to prepare them for the burnishing. Again, this is not necessary. Working with chrome tan leather for years, I found that burnishing solution Toco Pro works better than any other alternatives on the market. At this point it is important to install the bottom pieces, simply because you won't be able to install them later. Time for my favorite part, stitching. I'm gonna use round thread with thickness of 0.55. I'm gonna rough the surface of the leather before I apply the glue. Glue that I'm using is called Eco Stick. I like to do two double stitches at the start and at the end of the stitching line. Next piece for the stitching is the inner pocket. Need to burnish the edge of this cut before stitching the piece B1. Make sure not to misalign these two pieces. Pay attention to the two open holes on each piece. After one side of B1 is stitched, you can varnish the layers. After cache compartment is complete, it can be glued to the main base. You can manually mark the pocket placement with your fingertips or check the pattern for the precise placement location. Make sure to align holes on all three sides. Now stitch the lower part and leave the sides for now. Now start stitching in the pockets, with the one that has the most holes in the middle, also marked as 1, followed by 2 and 3. Time for the third piece. This time you're gonna need some glue. You should also put some glue on the sides of the pockets of 1 and 2. Now carefully glue all the pieces to the main base. At this point you can stitch the middle section of the pockets. This is not necessary, but you can follow all the steps of my stitching. You might notice that I do double loops on every connecting pieces. You can also see that I do double loops in between my pockets. Now that the stitching is complete, it's time to take care of these sharp corners. And the last step is going to be burnishing all the edges. Now shape the wallet slightly, and that's it. This is the end of the tutorial. Let me know in the comments if the video was helpful and you managed to make the wallet. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.